What's up, Ice Heads? It's your boy Ice.
And Ice Wife.
And this is Twice the Ice.
Let go. Just that Memphis music. Memphis music. Memphis music. Memphis music. Memphis music. Memphis music. That Jesus music. Jesus music. That Jesus music. Jesus music. Jesus music. That Jesus. Just that Memphis music. Memphis music. Memphis music. Memphis music. That Memphis music. Memphis. This that Jesus music. That Jesus music. That Jesus music. Jesus music. That Jesus music. That Jesus.
Twice the Ice. Ooh.
We're starting a little section where we're going to be answering questions about how we deal with things within our relationship and marriage. Not that we have advice for people, because we're certainly not qualified to give advice, but we are certainly qualified to answer questions about how we have dealt with certain situations, and then hopefully they may be able to help somebody, you know? Don't ask what's in our cups, because we will be sipping. And Ice Wife might be a little tipsy.
Yeah, I'm already there.
We are not sipping on Shea by Le Portier, because that shit is expensive.
But if you want to send us the bottle,
We'll take it.
we'll take it.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Skip.
Skip.
Can we just do that?
The question for tonight is,
I'm a little scared.
what are you scared for?
I don't know.
That's a good question. These are questions people have.
Okay.
So this one says, does a woman have to submit to her husband for a marriage to work?
I will say, it plays a vital key part.
First, answer the question. Yes or no? Ain't no gray areas.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, now explain like you said. Play a vital key part. What?
It plays a vital key part because this is just from me. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but in order for a man to fully trust that you're his person, like you submit to him. And submit is not just for a woman. That goes for a man as well. But when you submit to your husband, that man will trust you. That man will provide for you. That man will do what you will need and ask of him to do. Because he sees you as, how can I put this? He sees you as someone that he could really give it his all. That's just how I feel. I don't know, submit is like a real big harsh word these days.
It's definitely a buzzword for people nowadays when it comes to submitting. And I'll also say this. So, one, I'll answer the question. Yes, she does. 100% she does. So, I at least answer the question. So, I'll add this to that. A lot of people, when they talk about marriage and relationships and it comes to submitting, they only talk about the woman. You see what I'm saying? And so I think that's the reason why submitting in a relationship has such a negative connotation. You see what I'm saying?
It's gender.
Exactly, because it's only focused on for a woman to do. You see what I'm saying? Versus, I think, and even in the question that was posed on the post was, does a woman have to submit to her husband? You see what I'm saying? Not
a husband.
Not do two people have to submit to one another. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's the reason. I sound like Will Smith. And I think that's the reason.
I gotta do that. Yeah.
But in all honesty, I think that's the reason why submitting in a relationship has a negative connotation. You know? Because it's only viewed from a woman's perspective. And I think that's the reason why a lot of marriages fail. Is because a lot of times the man sees the woman should have to submit, but he doesn't have to submit. You see what I'm saying? And I think also within this question, you have to define what submittance is for you and your significant other as well. So what is submitting?
Submission.
Yeah.
You suck.
So what does submission look like to you from my behalf? This is taken in a different way. What does submission look like to you from me?
I would say making me feel safe. Of course, I mean, the providing and all of that, for our family, but loving me and making me feel safe and secure within our marriage, where I won't have to question anything about you, as my husband. Is he taking care of the home? Is, the kids? Are we, we're safe. I think the biggest thing is me feeling safe and protected and cared for and loved. That's what I feel like you submitting from, a male, what a man should submit.
Mm-hmm. I think that is what you said at the end. I think that's a big one. You know what I'm saying? You want one over and over. You said protected and safe. You see what I'm saying? And then you said care for and you want to feel love. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's a big thing, but for men to understand about women. I'll say this from a male's perspective about the male submitting. A lot of times for a male, how they submit is they have to understand that there is a coming together of agreements when it comes to a relationship. Let me see if I can explain that a little bit better.
I was gonna say, go with
So, in a lot of cases, for a man, they'll say, "It's my way. I'm the head of the household. Do what I'm saying." You see what I'm saying? Like that, right? It's
So,
that male bravado.
What time frame would this be? Because
No, hold on. What I'm saying is, that's the way what a lot of men is. What my point is, it should be, instead of him saying, "Hey, I'm the head of the household, do it my way," it's got to be a conversational piece around what's going on in the household. You see what I'm saying? Not saying, "Hey, because I'm the man, we're gonna do it this way, and that's the way it's got to be done." It's got to be, "Hey, what do you think about this?" You see what I'm saying? I have an idea as a man, you know what I mean, for the way and the direction I want our household to go. What do you think about this? You see what I'm saying? Does that kind of make sense?
A lot of times, the household is really ran by the woman. If you were to take us, for example, the house, that's me. You work and you make sure, that the house is provided for, but the taking care of the home, the house, I feel like that's more of me as the wife duty, because you want to come home to a organized, safe house. And I feel like this, I don't want to put a gender on it, but I feel
No, you should, because I think the lines are blurred nowadays.
Okay.
Where
the woman is the heart of the home, I feel like.
And I think a lot of times the lines are blurred because spiritually nowadays the lines are blurred as well. You see what I'm saying? And what people have to realize is that marriage, when it comes to marriage, is a God thing. You see what I'm saying? And if you don't have God in it, your marriage
will fail.
Because it's a God thing, you know what I mean? So lines are so skewed and so blurred to where it's a ploy of the devil. You know what I mean? The biggest thing that the devil wants to do is to divide. So now you have women competing with men instead of them trying to complement each other. So this is where the submittance comes from. It is on me, and where I know I had to start, where it clicked for me with the submittance, is trying to understand how you thought You see what I'm saying? And adjust how I moved based off of how you thought.
And you know, that comes with experience, years. I mean, because where we are 10 years married, I mean, we had to learn that, you know, and with the learning, you know, that comes maturity and the growth. So where we are now, I mean, we're still learning and growing. Looking back from where we were, oof, come a long way.
Yeah, and again, like you said, you know, I didn't submit fully in certain areas early on in our relationship and early on in our marriage. You know, like I would, like if you felt some type of way about certain things, regardless of how the situation was in my mind, I would go, why would you think that way? You know what I mean? Because that's not what I'm thinking. Versus now it's, okay, well, I know how she thinks, so I'm not gonna do this because I don't want her to think this. So I had to submit on my behalf to make sure you're comfortable in certain areas. You know what I mean? I had to let go of what I felt to secure how you felt. That makes sense?
That makes perfect sense.
So when it comes to submittance, what does it look like for a man, for a woman? What do you think submittance looks like to me?
I would say, well, for any man, the key thing is sex. Just being ready. I'm ready. I mean, you know, and most people will look at it like, well, I'm tired. I ain't finna be made to do. I mean, it's not being made to do. It's like, if you really love your spouse, wouldn't you do anything for your spouse?
Well, I say this. Okay, before I respond to what you said, I'll say this about the sex thing when it comes to women withholding sex from their husbands and whatnot, right?
It's all another can of worms.
I'm just gonna say this, and we're gonna move off of it.
Okay.
All I'm saying is this: if you are asking a man to not do anything sexual with anybody else, it is your job in that case to handle his sexual desires, and vice versa, man. If you're asking this person to not do anything with anybody else, it is your job to handle their sexual desires. She was asleep the other night. Sleep as a motherfucker.
Oh!
She was good and sleep.
I was.
And I woke that ass up.
You did. And I rolled over.
And we did things that married people do.
And I went back to sleep.
We went back to sleep. That's what it is.
You were happy?
I was happy.
I was happy when I went back to sleep.
Squirrel got a nut. So all I'm saying is, you know, unless it's a dire situation where you're not feeling good or whatever, if you are in good health, get that man some sex.
And then you can get what you want.
Pretty much. We're pretty much a lot happier when we got our balls drained.
You really said that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, to answer your question, the reason why I asked you what you thought before I said what I thought is because I think that most women think that that's what we think submittance is. And that's really not it. Now, obviously, that comes to, you know, that comes with the territory. But I think the big key part is, and it says it in the Bible, it tells us how to navigate the relationship between a man and a woman. It says men, you said this yourself, you just don't realize you said it. It said men love your wife. You see what I'm saying? So you, in the end of you, the last thing you said is you want to feel loved, right? For in the Bible it says for women to respect their husbands. So I think submittance to most men is showing them respect. And I think I value that over sex, not that far over though.
He said far. He said
no, not that far.
He
It's
said
like
he valued
it's
that.
like
so,
this close.
So we know what
respect me, then do nasty things to me. That's where it's at.
Okay. Clean it up. Clean
You know
it
what I'm
up.
saying? But that's what it is. You know, to me, respect me in around the house,
Public and
oh
in-house.
my gosh, man, I see so many women.
Dog trashing their
Oh my gosh.
spouses. Like you
And
talk to
then-
your mans like that.
And then on top of that, in public, I don't care whether you disagree or agree with that man. You better wait till you get to the house to disagree
Forget the
with
house
him.
in the car. Chew him out in the car.
Oh, we ain't talking about chewing out. I'm saying, you know what I mean?
But yeah, never in front of people.
Like you gotta like have some tact because you like for a man that respect factor is so high. I need to make sure that as a man I'm looked at a certain way because that's just the way we're wired.
Yeah.
It says it in the Bible. I'm wired this way. I'm wired. I need my wife to respect me outside and inside of the house. So when it come to the kids, even if I don't care about the decision, still involve me in the decision because I need that respect. Or even whatever's going on around the house, tell me. You know what I mean? Because as a man, that's what fuels me. Because if I'm paying these bills and doing these different things as a man, taking care of the lawn and whatnot, you know what I mean? I'm doing it so my family feels safe and secure. So on the back end, I just want that level of respect that a man should garner based off of what I'm doing for my wife and children in the household.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, with the respect part, a man values that, and it's like a turn on. Like, ooh, she just acknowledged me.
I mean, like for real.
Yeah.
Like for real. I tell you this, real story, real true story. I hurt myself. I tore my Achilles not too long ago, right? And I couldn't cut the grass, but I cut the grass and whatnot. And I hired somebody to cut the grass. One of our college classmates, hiring him to cut the grass. Ooh, I like the way Jahai cut the grass. He cut it, make it look professional and all that stuff. When you cut it, you don't make it look professional.
Okay.
Oh, you ain't say that?
I said.
Okay, it is what it is. I put time into my yard, cut my yard. Just cause I don't have a damn riding lawnmower, it don't mean nothing. So
It's not a riding.
Nah, let me finish my story.
Go ahead, finish
Finish my
it,
story.
and I'm gonna add
Respect
to
me.
it. Oh, okay, we don't do that. So I'm gonna respect you in front of this camera. When this camera turn on, we gonna
So-
see what's up.
All I'm saying is, but what happened was one day, I can't remember what, I don't know why, but I had cut the yard and she came in, she was like, oh baby, y'all look good. Right, next time I cut the grass, I cut it in a damn different design in the front. You know what I mean? Just cause I was like, oh shit, she told me y'all look good. I started cutting the lines different and shit. Just because my wife showed me that it was just this amount of respect for the hard work that I'm doing. Cause it takes me about 2.5 hours to do the entire yard. Just cause she said, oh baby, y'all look good. That little bit amount of respect went a long way.
No, why didn't tell me that?
You supposed to know it.
No, what we can do though, use that blower that I bought you and blow that grass.
You can do that.
Oh, I can do that.
Cause I love you. See, I just showed you love.
Oh.
I did that love. Alright, nice heads. Well, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope that helped somebody out here.
Well, a lot of people gonna give a lot of pushback on about submission, so we shall see.
Yeah, we'll see. So what we need you to do in the comments, leave how you feel about submission, what you think your definition of submission is for you or the other gender or sex. It's so the lines so blurred these days. Oh, I'm probably gonna get counseled because I said the other gender. So leave a comment. What do you think? What is your definition of submittance for you and your significant other? Huh? So, as we always say, love,
Peace.
and hair grease, we gone.
What's up, man? Make sure you subscribe, like, follow, and most importantly, share all things Ice Trauma. Get up!